trying to connect with a loved one who's passed and you are asking them, please just show me a sign, and you've wondered, why don't I hear from you? You might be doing it wrong. This is actually a lot easier and more straightforward than you might think. So stay tuned. My name is Jessica Kinni. I'm an evidential medium and psychic, and I'm going to show you how to ask for a sign so that you get a response. And stay tuned to the end of the video where I will challenge you to a quick and easy intuition test. All right, let's jump right in. The very first thing you want to do is be very clear about your sign, saying, give me a sign, please, anything. It's just too broad of a question. So you want to be specific with your question. Instead of saying, grandmother, give me a sign that you're close, say something like, grandmother, please show me a gold star if I'm on the right path. Now what this does is it gives specificity so that your loved one who has passed on can more easily communicate to you. Because remember, they do not have a physical body. There's a lot that is being coordinated for them to be able to communicate with you. So giving a specific sign can really be helpful. Now, how you receive that sign is also very important too. The specificity allows you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are receiving that message from your loved one. Because if you are just asking for anything, perhaps you could just say, oh yeah, that knock on the door was the sign I was looking for. It's easy to have a feeling that your loved one is close, right? We can sense when somebody is close to us, but receiving a sign will give you that added confidence in knowing that your loved one is near. Because even though they no longer hold a physical body, that doesn't mean that their energy is gone. That doesn't mean that their soul hasn't survived physical death. So if you are saying, let's use the example, grandmother, please show me a gold star, right? Now, a gold star can show up in a lot of different ways, and it doesn't necessarily mean it will be a physical gold star. Perhaps a song comes on, and in the song, the lyrics are like, shooting across the sky like a gold star. Or perhaps you ask for a gold star, and then you are driving down the street and you see a Carl's Jr. sign. Well, that's a big gold star, and that sign is your sign, right? Because you're seeing that big gold star. So although you have to be very specific on the ask, you do have to be a little bit flexible on the receipt of that sign. Now, it could come from the radio, like I mentioned. It could come from a sign on the street. But you do have to be a bit open-minded on how you receive that gold star. It might not look exactly how you think it's gonna look, but you'll know it when you see it. So keep your eyes open and really do look for those signs. If you ask for a sign and you're being specific, keep your eyes open, and the sign could come from anywhere. And it usually comes from a very unexpected place. And a lot of times we'll have a specific sign that we use to represent a loved one. And I like that a lot as well. I like when you can associate loved ones with maybe something specific, like perhaps a hummingbird or a butterfly. A lot of times we associate them with these light, airy, twinkling little, creatures or objects or feathered friends. And that works great too, because if you know that something represents them, that is kind of like a language that you are speaking with your loved one. So if you know that you use rainbows to represent your aunt, then your aunt who's in spirit knows that as well, and she will make sure to use those rainbows to communicate with you. And so that's a great way that you can just, put out the thought to the loved one, put out that thought to your aunt. I could really use your guidance. Am I on the right path? Please show me one of your rainbows, right? Or you can say, show me a sign, as long as you've already established that the rainbows are what represents a sign between the two of you. So you just need something specific when you are reaching out, asking for a sign. It can be anything. It can be anything that pops into your mind at that moment. If you're thinking of a friend and you tell them, please show me a sign, and you start to think of a red heart, that's probably a good indication of a sign that you should lean into for your request. So you can say, show me a red heart, if that is what pops into your mind. Or you can say, show me whatever comes to your mind, because that intuitively or instinctively has been brought up for you as a sign that you can use to connect with them, at least in that moment. And like I said, the sign can change, but you do need to ask for a sign so that they can have a more direct path to be able to communicate with you and just let you know that they are around you and that they are thinking of you and they are supporting you. Signs are always showing us that there is synchronicity around us and that we are connected to the universe and everything that is happening with our senses that we can and cannot physically see. So signs are a really important part of day-to-day life. You might be seeing 1111 on your, watch or your phone screen all of the time. You might be thinking of people and then they text you. You get these little signs. That is just the universe's way of letting you know that you are in sync, that you are connected to that bigger picture and that you are on the right path. And there's no reason why you can't also receive signs from your loved ones in spirit. So by asking for a sign and then also knowing how to receive that sign, you will feel a deeper connection to your loved one who has passed to spirit. And you will also just have a reassuring feeling knowing that, yes, they are still around. Maybe you sense them and you have always felt them close. This is another way to have that close connection to someone who loves you dearly and continues to love you dearly while they are in spirit. As promised, here's a fun little bonus exercise. Let's see if you are tapped into your intuition today. I am going to be thinking of something, and let's see if you can pick up what it is that I am thinking of and that I am sharing with you with my mind. For this exercise, I am thinking of a color. All right, let's take a deep breath in together. And release, just shifting your awareness a little bit, preparing to receive. Are you able to receive the color that I am thinking of right now? The color is orange. Did you sense orange? If so, leave me a yellow heart in the comments below. And if you are enjoying learning about ways to connect with your loved ones who are in spirit and perhaps want to lean more into your intuition, I recommend this next video that gives you signs that your intuition is indeed growing. And I have an entire series of videos that talks about intuition and psychic abilities and all things intuitive studies. So if that's something that interests you, I hope that you will take a look at those.